Welcome, family, to What's Wacky to Us. I'm Rick.
I'm Soan Capone, and thank you for joining us for another edition of What's Wacky to Us, the first one of 2024.
Nice. We got a list for y'all. All right, today's show is going to be about the top 10 things that Rick and Soan think should be left behind in 2024.
Abso-freaking-lutely. And trust us, as we all know, it's the first week of January. We just finished our first week into 2024, and we all know there's a bunch of stuff that need not make its appearance in 2024 at all. Rick will start us off here with his choices.
My number one for 2024. It's going to hurt a lot of guys' feeling out there. A lot of you perverts out there, it's going to kill you. You're like, what is this guy talking about? Oh, no, don't take that away. But, man, we got to leave twerking behind in 2024, man. Twerking has had a very long run. I think since 2016, it got hot. Something like that along the lines. It won't stop. It really won't stop. They're twerking in the restaurants. Women twerking in the restaurants. You got the people that can't twerk is twerking. It's not sexy no more. It's just every female entertainer that do a show, you'd be like, oh, it's coming. She's going to turn around and give everybody her ass to show. And she's going to twerk and, fat booties, little booties, all type of booties.
Listen, there's dudes out here twerking nowadays.
Yeah,
you can't even say it's all women. There's dudes out here twerking.
I don't know about no straight guy that's twerking.
Well, they are. They out here doing foolishness too, and I agree. Twerking needs to be left in 2023. Don't bring that shit over here no more. We're done with that. We're done with twerking.
Yeah.
We've had enough. You hear us, Megan Thee Stallion? You hear us? Yeah, enough is enough.
Enough of the one-trick pony. Enough of the one-trick pony with Megan Thee Stallion. The twerking and all this and that. Do it in your bedroom with your man. Because it's so funny. Because now, I know chicks will go out and have a time with their female friends and they be twerking and shit. But they won't do that in their room with throwing some nice lingerie. Do it for your man. Get him worked up. That's where the twerking supposed to be going on. It shouldn't be for the whole public to see your ass bend over Megan and whoever other stars, Nicki Minaj, who's the worst twerker of all times. But anyway, but yeah, that's number one. Number two, you can chime in on this, or you want me to start off?
My choice of leaving behind all these damn toxic and dumbass couples like Krishan and Blueface and whoever else that y'all fools look up to. These are not couple goals. None of them are. Because everybody be thinking, everybody thought Will and Jada was, the epitome of what a family and a couple should be. And now look, everything is toxic and foolish.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Stop the celebrity worship. Stop worshiping these couples. Quit the shit with couple goals. You know what? Create you some couple goals with your man, with your woman. Create those goals. Set some travel up, some date nights, and some fun times, and make memories with what you have. Stop aspiring to be like some fool you don't know and have no idea what's going on behind their closed doors. But when they on social media, you like, goals, I want to be just like them. And then look, Jada out here looking like Fat Joe. You got Blueface denying his baby. Everything is just toxic foolery. Create your own couple goals with the couple you have. Do that. Make love great again.
Shout out to the couple goals. You know what I'm saying? Make love great again. Go enjoy the journey. All that in between time. That's the journey to the end. To make it to the end. You can't go from here to there. There's no such thing. You got to go from here and you got to travel the road to get to there. And do it together. It's always fun doing it together. Build your life together. Stop looking at, because I don't really think people want the actual, because you don't know what's going on in these people's relationships, but you want what you see. You want the things. You want the house. You want the cars. You want the lifestyle. But I don't think you want to deal with the problems that they have, because these people, some of them been together for a long time, and there's going to be stuff in between there. I don't think it should come out on social media, but like they do. But And I don't know, does that tie into, because I want to leave behind celebrity worship. Does that tie into celebrity worship? Huh? Do you think so?
Yeah, because everybody is trying to like you said, everybody wants stuff and things and money spent on them, and you're basing it on what you see on social media from people, and then lo and behold, you got Taraji out here being like, I ain't even got no real dough. So while you out here talking about, I want to be like them, behind closed doors, you don't know what's going on. Worship yourself. Worship the most successful person in your family. Word. Seek out advice from the most successful person in your family, in your lineage. Make your own lineage great. Stop worrying about what people who you will never, ever, ever know are doing and think you have to emulate that. That's some bullshiggity.
Yeah, someone got a point there. Yeah, that whole celebrity worship thing. You got to leave it behind. Stop. You know, you so much want to know what's going on in their lives. Like, you want to know what's with their babies. You pay more attention to their babies than your friend next door baby, your best friend baby. You worry about what they're getting, what kind of party they're having, who did what, who slept with who. I know it's great for entertainment. Sometimes you get your little doses of this or here and there, but I think today's world, we're just really consumed with the celebrity worship. We're going to leave that behind. We're going to leave that behind right there. We're going to leave the celebrity worship behind. And another thing we're going to leave behind, the excessive use of social media. Come on, people. We gotta stop it. We gotta stop it, man. We really gotta stop the excessive use and get more with the real life connection with people. Like, those people on there, nobody got 5,000 friends. Nobody got 100 friends. Nobody probably got 50 real friends. You over here liking and loving, like, oh, my friends, my social media friends, you doing it for the gram. Yo, get out there and get you some real human interaction. Go talk to somebody. Look a person in the eye. See if take a compliment without being, without feeling like somebody is disrespecting you, ladies. Like, go back to the days when the guy said, damn, man, you look good. He ain't creepy. He just complimenting you. And vice versa. If you like a guy, people are lonely. I like females. You got to come up off of this masculine energy. Like, everything is so aggressive. All right, you out here, you got your degrees, your diplomas, your degrees, and your good jobs, and you feeling yourself. But stop acting like you want this person that's way, way above your pay grade. And you're like, I want this, because he might not want you. Sometimes there's lanes for everything. I'm just going to give you a little advice, a little heads up. You might not be ready for this type of guy, because when you get there, it may not be the roses you thought you was going to smell. It may smell like shit. All right, so.
Damn. All right, then. Me personally, I'm sick of you fake-ass passport bros. Leave that shit behind. All this, American women ain't shit. Oh, I gotta go to Dominican Republic. I gotta go to Belize. I gotta go to Colombia to find me a woman. Lame. That shit is so lame on so many fronts, because you think your American ass going to Colombia and going to here, there, and everywhere. You honestly think these women want y'all? They don't. They want your money too. They're looking at you as some pocket full of American dollars, what they're going to try to get some of too. The same things that y'all be claiming you want to avoid in American women are the same way women in other countries are playing y'all.
Yeah, gunshots to that. Gunshots to that.
I get it. Make you throw the gunshots out to the
Can I get some gunshots to the
y'all niggas is mad corny. Now, just because your little small pocket and corner of the world, you haven't been able to find a good woman, doesn't mean that every last American woman is trash. That means that you have trouble picking a good woman for yourself, and you think leaving the country and spending more money to go exploit poor women for your American dollars somehow makes you better or makes those women better, when it's literally the same thing. It's a quid pro quo thing going on. They look at you as an American with money, and they want some of that money. Hell, I know a passport bro that went somewhere, and the woman, he went, I think, to Colombia, and the Colombian woman told him straight up, I like Colombian men. Like, I'll hang out with you and stuff, but I'm never going to marry you. I'm never going to be with you. That's what you're really setting yourself up for. Just admit that you don't have any game. Just admit that you have a hard time connecting with women and you think going to another country somehow makes you the man. It don't. You're being preyed on also. It's a quid pro quo. So you know what? Your little passport bros can eat a bag.
Definitely, these guys are definitely like big time losers. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, because if you got to go out of the country, out of America, like all these states, we have all these states, and you got to really go out of America to find a woman, because you're gonna just blanket and say all American women ain't about nothing. Come on, are you serious? Are you serious? That's like someone said, you don't have no game. And you ain't about nothing. I'm going to just leave it like that. Because there's no way you got to go do all of that.
I know another passport bro went to Dominican Republic and married the girl. He built her mother a house in Dominican Republic. And guess where that woman is now? She's in her brand new built house that he built in Dominican Republic. And he's here having open heart surgery from a heart attack that he had. And she was like, you know what? I ain't signed up for all that taking care of you. I'm going home. And guess what? He ain't got no wife. And he's out of over $100,000 and God knows how much else. Keep your ass at home. Read a book on some game and learn how to talk to women.
All right. And number 6, what we going to do? Number 6. One thing we're going to do, we're going to stop with the negative talk about your own culture. We need to leave that behind. Like black and that, I'm talking about my culture, my African American brothers and sisters. You look at other cultures. Yeah, you can admire a culture from afar, but don't try to get us to be like that. Like that's like trying to make that's no different than supremacy. Like if everybody's the same, what makes anything different? Then we might as well get the word different. If everybody's the same, so my culture is our culture, and that's why it's a culture, because it's different. Everything in life is a culture. Whether it's a gym culture, people that go to the gym, that's a culture. Anything you do is a culture. Leave it at that. You're going to try to change that. Nobody in the gym, like fat people coming in the gym trying to change them. Like, y'all need to come to our culture and be fat. Nah. So, I've been seeing this stuff online with black people posting like how Spanish people stick together, which is a lie. Because all Spanish people, they do not stick together. And I ain't saying nothing. I ain't throwing no stones at the Spanish people. I'm telling you the truth. It's not no blanket thing where, the Dominicans, the Puerto Ricans, the Spaniards, and everybody just get along, and the blacks and everybody. No, within every culture, it's the same problems. The same problems. People come here on different ways. Some people come here from the border. Some people was brought here through slave ships. Some people was born here. Everybody coming different. So your whole cultural experience and how you build your culture is based on a lot of different things. A Spanish-speaking culture, most people that come here from Spanish-speaking places, they gravitate towards neighborhoods where people still speak in Spanish. It's people that have been here for 30 years in Spanish neighborhoods, and they still don't speak English. So they want to be there. So that makes up for a tight-knit community because they have to be there. People that don't come here and are like that, they don't have to be somewhere. So that's my take on that. So we're gonna leave that. Stop trying to compare our culture to other cultures, because we are unique people. We are unique. The black culture are unique, and we are very, very, very influential. So
Well, my next thing to leave behind, and this is a broad and general one, but it's going down. Leave the Democrats behind in 2023. What have Democrats given us? Not a good goddamn thing. You know what they gave us? An influx of illegal immigrants coming in and using up all resources that are not being used on citizens who are actual taxpayers and citizens of this country. Democrats give you jacked up neighborhoods, crumbs and pittances, and act like they've given you the world. All black people, people of color, BIPOC, whatever you want to say, leave the Democrats behind. They do not have our best interests at heart. They are way out of touch. And again, look at all of these major cities that are now having this influx of illegal immigrants. Well, I just read today, $95 million of COVID funds are going to go towards the immigrants in Chicago and not actually towards treatment of a pandemic disease. What the hell is going on? You got all the police who used to stand by Eric Adams in New York City are like, he's not qualified for the job. Eric Adams is out here admitting that the illegal immigrants are out here making the crime rate raise to levels of the 70s again. So again, leave Democrats behind. They do nothing. They do nothing. You see the witch hunt they put on Donald Trump, and I'm not saying Donald Trump is the savior either, but you see the same kind of witch hunt they gave to him is the same kind of witch hunt they did to the Black Panthers, the same thing they do to discredit people who are a threat to their nothingness. Leave Democrats behind. You look at Philly, look at Chicago, look at New York City, look at LA, look at Texas. It's out of control. And they're using your tax-paying funds to help people. And I get it, all people.
Texas is a Democrat state? Texas
no, but they're suffering with the biggest migration of illegal immigrants coming in over the border.
True.
And this shit is ridiculous. My taxes are paying for people who've been here for 10 days, and I can't even buy some gas that's under $4.50. Like, come on, man. Democrats got to go. If they're trying to make these illegal immigrants their new constituents, they're doing a damn good job. But all I know is that Democrats do not have the best interests of the people at hand. They only care about foolishness, foolery, and making this world worse.
Yeah, man. And the Honorable Minister Farrakhan is even like, Donald Trump is the best thing. I was like, what? And then he broke it down. He's like, shoot. He's like, everything that's been trying to destroy us, Trump is trying to destroy it. Everything that's been trying to destroy the black community, he's like the FBI who done us dirty. He's like the Department DOJ, everything. So the enemy of my enemy is our friend, you know. So hey, that speaks volumes to me when the Muslims,
the minister came out and said it.
We need Trump. So hey, I'm gonna leave that at that. But we got another one. I want to leave. I hate this, but I want to leave the gender reveal parties behind. Everybody like, oh, come to my gender reveal. Like, what's the big deal? It's a baby. People been having babies for like ever. Like since the time began, we've been having babies. Like, what is it? The gender? Like, oh, it's a boy, it's a girl. And in today's world, you don't know what the hell you're gonna let your baby be. So why you having a gender? Y'all all with this. Y'all all woke. Even though y'all reverse what woke is, but y'all all woke and then later on you be like, oh, you come there with all these baby gifts for a little boy or something.
And somebody's offended.
Yeah, somebody's offended. Like, no, he's going to be non-binary, this and that, or this and that. He's going to have pronouns and all this other nonsense. Yo, we leaving that behind. I know I'm leaving. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear nothing about no gender reveal.
I feel you on that. The other thing we want to leave behind, and I know there's a long line of y'all behind us on this one. These damn fake-ass gurus and podcasters and idiots who have a microphone. And no, I'm not trying to be sanctimonious or a hypocrite here because I'm in front of a microphone and all that. But when you have some idiot come out and say, oh, I need a man who makes a minimum of $500,000 a year, and he has to, and he better, and I'm not, and this and... No. You ain't doing none of that. You don't have $500, let alone $500,000. You have some idiot on a podcast telling you how you're supposed to be, how you're supposed to act, how women are supposed to be, and it's all bad advice. Who of these fools is giving you good advice out here when you're listening to some idiot who also doesn't have a man/woman, doesn't have any kind of mate, but is telling you, I tell my clients that if, they want to go on a coffee date for a first date, I tell them to steer away from that and steer that away from the conversation. What the hell is wrong with going on a coffee date for a first date to get to know someone to see if you even want to go on a second date? Because you heard some idiot online? Have your own experiences. Get to know people on your own. Stop listening to these fake-ass wannabe gurus who are giving you advice that they don't even heed.
Yeah, because they make you feel like that's what it is.
And it's not.
You're falling for it because you're thinking like that's what the masses is doing. And the masses are not doing that. The masses don't have some six-figure guy, some dude. The masses don't have a guy that's 6 feet, makes six figures, and handsome. Like, that's like a very small portion of the men out here. So you need to stop looking for that unicorn like that and get you a real experience. Stop, like we go back to the excessive social media. It'll have your mind going all kind of ways. My thing with the gurus, I'm tired of these real estate gurus and these financial gurus telling you how much money they made and this and that. Listen, man. Listen, let me tell you about life. We have an abundance of information. So all this information out here, look around you. Do you see anybody that used any of this information have came up, have made these great financial strides? If you can't find 10 people or somebody in your family that's telling you like, yo, I did this and I did that and it's working for me. I made $200,000 doing this and flipping real estate and doing this, that, and the third. 10,000. How many people do you know around you that have the basics? The basic things you can get for this whole generational wealth thing everybody keep throwing about. If you can get people in your family to get a house and some insurance, life insurance, those are the basic things that are obtainable. That's not no guru telling you nothing. That's the basic things. You work on that. If people start getting that in their family, the generation will be taken care of. And that's all I'm going to say on that one. What else we got to talk about? Oh, someone says she don't like all these big parties for young kids. She said that's just her pet peeve. She hates it.
I hate it. Why are you throwing a like $200,000 party for a 2-year-old? That's a party for you. That's you wanting to show out. Your kid ain't never going to remember it. They ain't going to be like, oh, my mother did this for me and I remember. No. All you doing is creating.
That's some, you got to be rich
foolishness.
to throw $200.
And these people don't be
I'm
rich.
talking about the regular party.
No, I'm talking
if
about
you ain't
people
rich, you
who
can't
are not
spend
rich, who be
$200,000.
taking out of their 401ks and all this other nonsense. Okay, I get it. If you got it, yeah, whatever. I still say use your money for something better than spending an excessive amount of money on a 1-year-old's birthday party that they're never going to remember, appreciate, or even like. Like, do something wise with your money. Yes, I get it. We all love our children and want to spend money on our kids and make them feel special. I'm no different. However, fools, y'all love to talk generational wealth, but then will spend money on a bunch of crap and nonsense for some shit that will amount to nothing. Like y'all say, y'all want generational wealth? Open up a life insurance policy, a big one. Spend big money on leaving your family $1 million. Do that. Instead of wasting money and throwing it, it's just a pet peeve. I don't like it. I say leave it in 2023 at 22. Don't bring it over here into 2024. Be smart with your cash and your coins.
Yeah, so, I think, like, honestly, as raising kids, 0 to 5, they ain't going to remember shit. I ain't going to lie. So all those big parties, it's like you're giving it to somebody with amnesia because they ain't going to remember it, believe it or not. You're going to be like, but did you remember when you had this big lavish and we had Mickey Mouse in the bounce house and we had all this? No, you was holding me in your arms because I couldn't even walk. It was like, they don't remember shit. But anyway, we're going to get off that. We're going to get some wacky news. We got to dive into your boy with the perm. Cat Williams is out here wilding on everybody. You got the internet going crazy on the Shannon Sharp show. So, someone want to talk about that there. Like me personally, I don't really care for that whole situation. I just think he's a salty little man. And he's mad at opportunities that other people got that wasn't presented to him. But he talks about what he turned down and this, that, and the third. I'm not buying it. I don't know. I could be wrong. But I feel like if you're talking about this, you got all these people on your mind. That's some saltiness because I don't think those people had you on their mind because they don't talk about you. So when you're talking about somebody that don't talk about you, that's a salty person right there. So...
I mean, I do think that Cat is bitter somewhat, but at the same time, I will say this. All them folks he mentioned None of them called him a liar.
Oh, they've been coming out.
All they did was say like, "Oh, you a hater and you this and that," but ain't no one call him a liar. I will say that much. I like that he did what he did because it kind of takes the rose-colored glasses off of people who think that, you know, their favorite comedian is this or their favorite comedian is that, when really they're just a thief and are unoriginal and don't have much to go on. So on that note, I like that Cat spoke up because, again, yeah, I do think he's bitter. And I do think he has certain problems with not being where he wanted to be in comparison to a Steve Harvey or a Cedric who found their lane and kind of went in it. But like I said, ain't nobody call that fool a liar. All they did was say he needed to get that hate out his heart or trying to redirect the conversation. So I will say that. And that ties into stop worshiping these people because none of them are perfect. None of them are who you think they are. None of them. Not a single one. You know, I get it that it's a good way to get yourself relevant. Everybody's talking about him. His next 2 shows will sell out no matter where he goes. All because of this. And the other thing is that everything he said has been said before by others as well. Mark Curry said that Steve Harvey stole his work. You know, some other white comedians talked about how Cedric stole his work. You know, all of them were stealing work from sitcoms of the 80s that some of y'all wouldn't even know about because you weren't born yet. So, I don't know. I kind of like the expose, and we are in the age of Aquarius. Expect more expose throughout all of 2024. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he probably exposed some people, but none of those. A person stealing a joke ain't make your career. So you can't say like this. All right, he stole a joke, or you did this and that made you. Like it's the same thing with musicians and everything. But Bernie Mac said a long time ago, "Yo, don't tell your jokes." Don't try your jokes in a room full of comedians. They had that a long time ago when Bernie Mac was alive. He said, because they will take your shit, and if they bigger than you, that joke is now their joke. So that's how that works, and that's probably a rule of that culture. Back to culture. That's a rule of the comedy culture. Like, you in a room full of comedians and you want to be like, yo, what this joke sound like? Somebody's over in the corner like, yeah, it sounds real good, and it's gonna sound better when I go out there and tell it, and I tell this motherfucking joke. But yeah, so I don't know. So you got any more wacky news you want to get into?
The other wacky news, you know, Stevie J and Faith Evans' divorce was finalized, and poor Faith is out here having to pay rat man Stevie J $30,000 a month in spousal support. What? Ladies, men, sign your prenuptial agreements. Don't be out here making a fool of yourself, because who couldn't see that Faith and Stevie weren't gonna last? Stevie Wonder knew that shit wasn't gonna last. And now you out here mad that you have to pay this fool $30,000 a month, and you on your online tirades talking about a man this and a man that. You know what? A man is using the law to his advantage. Your ass should have had a prenup because you knew that fool wasn't about nothing, and we all knew that shit was not going to last. So get your shit together, ladies.
Wow, a win for Stevie J. For once,
City boys up.
Every now and then, the guys get a win. I didn't know he could get that much. I thought Stevie J still was getting residuals from other stuff. I didn't know.
Evidently, Faith is holding.
She's the breadwinner, huh? Wow. Oh man, that's cool. But yeah, I don't have anything else. You know, I don't have any more wacky news or anything else to say. You got anything else you want to say? Something?
Of the wacky news? I mean, the biggest thing right now is Cat Williams. So, you know, hey, that's where we stand on that. It is what it is. You know, like we said last week, don't look like Donald Trump is going to be on the ballot this year. Man,
they doing Trump dirty.
You know, so I don't know. I would never vote for Ron DeSantis. I would not vote for the Indian dude. As Trump
say, Ron DeSanctimonious. I call him Ron DeSanctimonious.
I mean, that's what Trump said. Lie. But I don't know. But I know I ain't voting Democrat. I know that much. And the biggest trash we have is Kamala and Biden, and that's just like a horror. That would be a nightmare of another 4 years.
If they win this year, the fix is in. 100%. Even though I know the fix is always in with the electoral college and all that, but this will be like the blatant fix is in. if they win again. So I'm gonna leave it at that. We're gonna wind this up and we're gonna get up out of here. And we'll see you next time on What's Wacky Does.
Thanks for joining us.